Hey, hi, good morning, good day, around the world, internationally, reaching out. So it's that time again, it's story time. Yeah, I love stories. So I always have a story to tell, even if it's fiction, nonfiction, if I make it up as I go. But today, the last time I was on, we were in the imaginary stories that really couldn't be true, but they're fun also. So today is a special day. It's that last day of the year. I'm not really into like New Year's resolutions, boys and girls, but it's always good to try to better yourself, to be a better person, to think better, to speak better to individuals, to help where you can, and to be kind. We always want to work on ourselves. Even at my age and my stage, I am constantly rethinking, regenerating, reviving, revitalizing. I want to be a better person all the time. Be the best that you can be. You know, you think about how you would like to feel in a situation, and that's what we want to give to other people. So I'm not going to be reading today. I have it in to be one of my favorite stories. And one of my favorite stories is I won't do it today, but I have it in to do today. So I think I'm on that mode of a Nansi. I have that a Nansi vibe going. And most of you, if you're not familiar with Bro Nansi, he's known as Bro Nansi, Brother Nansi, and Nansi. And these stories started in Africa. If I'm not mistaken, don't take it to the bank, but you can almost get to the bank. In West Africa, before the media, before television or radio, we met up with the elders. And at the end of the day, there was a fire, and we would come and we'd listen to stories. So we are the children of our ancestors gone, and those stories still are inside. So my story today with Brother Nansi. Brother Nansi is quite the character. He's that kind of character that always wants something for nothing. He doesn't have anything to give in society or to his friends, but he's always thinking of a way to be cunning and to be smart. So the story that I'm going to share today with Brother Nancy is why we have bald head spiders. Okay, so now I'm getting into character. Watch me metamorphosize and change in front of you. So this is the story of Bra Nancy and why we have bald head spiders. So, Bra Nancy was out and about, just doing his thing. And one of the ladies in the neighborhood was in her garden. And she was working and doing her thing in the morning. And she was digging in the ground and pulling up potatoes. And she had a little fire going where she was starting her yaba pot. And in that yaba pot she had, in that yaba pot she had coconut milk, onions, pumpkin, yams, sweet potato, greens from her garden, and maybe a little saltfish or something. Definitely dumplings. And the dumplings go in at the end when it's bubbling. Yeah. So in the neighborhood, you could kind of smell it. So she's working and she's working. So here come Brother Nancy. Here he come. He smelled the food. He said, boy, I have to figure out a way to get to that food. We need some of that food that smells nice. So here he come. He's walking up. Chunka, chunka, chunka. He said, Miss Mary, I see you there in your garden and you work hard. And she said, Brother Nancy, may I have time with you this morning? He said, no. I don't come for tricks and games. He said, me come to help you. She said, what? Brother Nancy gonna help? He said, yeah, I'm going to hold the garden for you. I'm going to hold it so you can plant when you're ready. She said, Lord, me peas, me rice and beans. Brother Nancy going to help. So she said, I don't believe him, but I'm going to give him the hoe anyway. So he just started working. He just started working. He just started working. Machunka, and he digging. Sun hot. Woo! He said, Miss Mary, you go on out and you go do something else because I have this right here. She said, Lord, all of this? He said, chew your hair, make go. So she go out, she go. He said, go further. She said, Lord have mercy. What could he be up to today? So she got way out because she have a patch, maybe about an acre or so. Yes? So she gone way out into the patch. And she can't see Brother Nancy. He can't see her. But all the time, he'll watch her pot bubbling. Lord have mercy. He'll work and he work. When he look around, he said, wonder when she come in. So he gone over to she bubbling pot. He said, why? That they smell good. I have to get some. He didn't know he didn't have no pot and he didn't want to use her spoon because she will see it. Brother Nancy take off his big top hat and he dipped down into she stew and he tasted. He said, what? Nice. And he eat, and he eat, and he eat. And he said, Lord, he put the hat down and he still worked. He said, he can't help himself. He gone back over to the pot and he put his hat in there and he eat up more and take up. Wait, when he looked, he gone get a next dip and he eating, and halfway through, here come Miss Mary. Oh my, hey! He take the hat and put it up on his head. And the girls, some other girls were coming through. They said, Brother Nancy, we know you're up to something. He said, no, I'm not up to nothing. They said, well, why you stand there and look so foolish? Eh? He said, don't trouble me. I'm working for Miss Mary. They said, So they just go about their business. And when you look, here come Miss Mary. She said, Brother Nancy, you did well. You did well. You finished all the work. I'm so surprised. And she went to look in her pot. She said, Brother Nancy, I go. He says, oh Lord. And he gone. He take off, run. So when he take off his hat, now he running all to the top of his head, the top where he had his hat, and the hot soup dripped down with his hair. And from that point on, you have bald head spiders. And that is the truth now. I would never lie to you. Wheels been, stories in. And that's my story for today. So don't feel no way, boys and girls. Just stay tuned, stay in charge, and remember, 2019 is gone. It's going. 2020 is coming in. Be a friend to someone. Be kind and be blessed. And I am Empress Jahilu. I am Miss Monte. Namaste.